Hey there everybody, my name's Jess and welcome to my channel. I wanted to go ahead and create this channel because I am an aspiring homesteader and I just want to be able to share with you guys what I'm doing, how I'm doing it, what's worked, what hasn't worked. This is not a this is what you should be doing kind of channel. These have been my trials and errors, and I just want to be able to share it. There's going to be a little bit of everything on my channel. I enjoy being out in nature and being able to do my homesteading stuff, to collecting rocks and fossils. Me and my family go rock hounding pretty often, and I just want to be able to go ahead and share this with you guys. These are the things that bring me joy, and I hope you guys enjoy it as well. This is only my second year at this location. I actually went ahead and decided I was going to buy a house with a little bit of land, and it is a little bit of land. It's only 1.3 acres. My plan for this place is to essentially turn it into a food forest. I have been, for the last several years, just constantly watching stuff and gaining information and everything, and I finally was just like, I need to do this. I need to go ahead and I need to start this. So, after my last relationship ended, that's what I did. I made it my priority, and this is what I've been working on. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys around, see what I've got going on. So in front of my house, I've got my single strawberry that lasted from last year, and then trying some garlic in this bed. And then we've got our only pet goose on the property. Some of our rocks and miscellaneous things that we've collected from hiking and whatnot. A little bit of lavender that I got from my mom this year. A big old curly dock plant, which I love going ahead and picking the young shoots when it's at least half this size. Right now it's all going to seed and everything, so I'm hoping to actually collect these once they dry and be able to go ahead and utilize those. I don't have anything else in this bed aside from a weed, apparently. I am slowly adding stuff to the property to help with bringing in more pollinators and just helping to really get things moving as far as production of the things that I want to be growing and producing. So I've got a couple patches back here actually of sunflowers and wildflowers that are coming up. Hear my old man barking in the background. And then there's this guy, who's my chaotic. Actually, I call them both my lords of chaos, but he is the more chaotic of them. So these are my raspberries that I went ahead and got this year at the local Amish auction. These are thornless, so I'm really excited about those. I do have a patch of wild raspberries over on the side of my property that I'll show you guys. But those definitely have thorns. But they're loaded this year. I have got blueberry right here, and then peach tree there. I've got another blueberry bush right here, another peach tree there. This blueberry bush just barely has, oh, I don't even know if it's got anything going on. It's got a couple leaves. It looks like it's still green. They might make it this year. We'll have to see. The deer got it pretty bad last year. So, I'm excited about my peach trees. They were only about 10 inches tall when I got them, so they're doing quite a bit of growing. Then, I've got my 4 apple trees that I planted. So I've got Gala, Fuji, Green Delicious there, and I can't remember what the last one is right offhand. I've got my mulch pile that I use for covering my garden and putting around all of my my different food plants. Oh yeah, over here I have got elderberry bushes. I absolutely love making elderberry syrup. I do a lot of stuff with herbs and medicinal medicine. I am not a fan of the traditional system that we have. It pretty much just keeps us sick, and they keep providing us food and stuff that they call food but doesn't really qualify. So this is one of the biggest reasons why I want to go ahead and I want to have my food forest so that I can be more self-sustaining. And eventually I plan on having on this side of the roof, since the sun is over this way all year, literally all year. It's on that side of my house. I'm going to go ahead and get a solar array, and so that way I'm set up with that. This is my garden. It's got a pretty hefty row of grass around it right now. I'll eventually get that trimmed down, but it's not something that I worry about. I actually throw excess or leftover seeds in it just to be like, let's see what grows. Back over here, haven't really done too much with this corner, but I did go ahead and I got some butterfly bushes at the spring Amish auction, and they are starting to blossom. My mom's got one behind her house that is just, it probably takes up like this entire section. And then so I'm really excited about those over the next couple of years really filling out and giving me a good source for bees and butterflies and stuff like that. My garden's starting out pretty slow this year. I went ahead and I got some compost for it. Last year, this was all grass. All of it. It looked just like the rest of this part right here. So I tilled it up, added some sheep manure that I get from my parents' place, mixed with hay, and worked that into the soil. This year I added some compost. I'm not really sure if I'm happy that I did it yet or not, but we'll see. This year I have got green beans, cabbage, cauliflower, broccoli. I'm going to be putting celery seeds in, tomatoes, cucumbers. I've got 3 different kinds of squash that I'm doing. I'm doing spaghetti, butternut squash, and acorn squash. I've got okra, I've got carrots, radishes, beets, Swiss chard, and then a couple different kinds of lettuce. And then I have miscellaneous herbs planted throughout. I've got a couple different echinacea plants in there. I have got thyme, there's basil, rosemary, cilantro, oregano, and then I also have 2 other sections in my yard that are just herbs. I like doing my, good morning, I like doing my herbal remedies. I have a little place in my house that is a cabinet that has all of my dried herbs, so that is what I call my apothecary. And then my chickens, they are actually just about a year old now. They're doing fantastic. They're laying eggs, doing what they're supposed to. Guys, why do we have an egg outside? What is this? That's not supposed to be out there. That's supposed to be up there. So I went ahead and with this, it's pretty much all salvage except for the corner post. Absolutely everything else. Oh, and the actual chicken wire. But absolutely everything else was salvaged. I try and do that as much as possible here because I don't have a lot of extra money, but I can make it happen. So, with these guys, I went ahead and I did these PCV feeding tubes and the watering system. The watering system this year, however, is not working out so well because the little metal pieces on the nipples keep getting stuck and it will just drain out. So if anybody out there has any information on how to make those stop leaking, that would be fantastic and I would be so grateful. If it's going to be one of those like, well, just switch it up to a different kind, by all means, let me know. But I need to be able to have that working because when my family goes on vacation, we do a week-long camping vacation every year. I need to be able to have my chickens being watered without having to be here. And that thing will absolutely hold water for a solid week for them. So, if anybody's got any pointers on that, that would be great. Let's get back to the chicken coop though. Chicken coop is pallets and then this old barn wood that is from my parents' place and some old metal siding or roofing, whichever, panels, that we went ahead and added for the roof and the back here. We've got latches, keep predators out, and we discovered last year that pop rivets are fantastic and amazing. So this is what it looks like inside. This year I'm actually going to go ahead and I'm going to change things just a little bit so that I can literally remove like 2 of these nesting boxes and just go ahead and pull everything out with a rake. So let's see if we got, oh, no eggs yet this morning. They are late layers. They start laying probably later, like 10, 11 o'clock in the morning. Usually if I come out about that time, I'll have a couple of eggs. But coming out like 2, 3 in the afternoon is really best. There's my squirrel dog. Here's my old man. I'm gonna let these guys out. This is their makeshift run that I keep pretty much just moving around the chicken coop. I'll come back and get that open just a bit. And then down the hill here, some of my scrap stuff that I've collected last year. A little shed that keeps my bags of loose hay that I collect from my parents' place. Use it for bedding and just material for in the chicken coop to try and keep them clean and dry. And then we have my compost pile, which isn't very much at all right now. I actually went ahead and I took probably about 2/3 out of it just the other week so that I can go ahead and I can make my strawberry beds. And these are my strawberry beds that I went ahead and put in. I actually just cut up some of my boxes that I had in the garden last year and went ahead and used those. Got my crowns put in, I think, about 2 weeks ago now. And then that's what I used the compost in. And then I just topped it with a thin layer of the wood chips. I have to show you guys my raspberries that are at the edge of my property. So this whole section going all the way over is all red raspberries. And I'm hoping that I can get to them before the birds this year. I had to clear out a ton of weeds and a ton of invasive honeysuckle vines last year, so they're a lot better this year. Super happy with them. So yeah, that's what I have going on right now. I do canning, I do freezing, different methods of food preserving. My family does go ahead and we butcher our own animals. My parents have a sheep farm. They usually end up getting either pigs or a cow every other year. And then we feed them out, butcher them. Yeah, it's just going to be a work in progress. Constantly learning new stuff, figuring new stuff out. If anybody's got tips, tricks, anything like that, I am absolutely more than happy to read it in the comments. Let me know what you guys have tried, what's worked, what hasn't. And I'm just going to keep building, keep aspiring, keep living my life and doing the things that make me happy. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I will be making more and more content. Like I said, there's going to be a little bit of everything, thoughts throughout the day. There will be some inspirational stuff. I absolutely love being able to give people inspiration, and so that's something that I plan on doing on my channel. It is called The Life and Mind of Jess for a reason, because it's going to have all kinds of good stuff, from the daily inspirations and thoughts to hiking trips and camping trips and what I've got going on the farm and what has worked for me, what hasn't. Yeah, just a little bit of everything in my daily life. So I'm glad you guys are here, and I hope to see more of you as things progress. And yeah, I love you all, and I'll see you again soon.